When you're young, even average looks are enough. You're fuckable. Sex made me want it, made me whole. But I cannot be happy alone. Men don't make fathers. They are too busy conquering the world. Why do people assume motherhood is automatic for women? If the rest weren't enough, yep, I felt her too. A loving partner I needed. The one who never leaves. I'm just a woman. I am alone, but I'm not lonely. I define myself. I'm a woman. A woman, a daughter, a wife, a mother. These are roles we lean on to navigate life. Yes, the modern world pushes back on all labels, even gender, and I respect that. But me? I still need a definition. Without it, I feel unanchored. Who am I? Why I'm here? Where I'm going? So I start with this. I'm a woman. And with that identity comes a suitcase full of expectations, restrictions, and questions. What was supposed to guide me has become a prison of outdated standards. And I didn't fit. Let's start with the obvious. Appearance. I'm average, not ugly, not stunning, just fine. When I was younger, men noticed me more, maybe because you're attractive by default, or maybe because at my age now, most men are either married or have learned to suppress interest behind a wall of status and polite silence. Or maybe they simply prefer 20-somethings now. They have options, why choose me? When you're young, even average looks are enough. You're fuckable. And 20-year-old guys, well, they most chasing sex, sometimes rapid and delicious little word relationship. And I lived in that illusion. I thought sex made me want it, made me whole, but things have changed. I'm approaching 40, and I still haven't learned how to feel whole without being wanted. This is the scariest part. Youth is no longer on my side. And what used to keep me in the game, my body, my glow, is slowly slipping away. Every stress at work, every argument, every glossy magazine cover reminding me what I'm not, they all chip away at me. They leave lines on my face and weight on my soul. Then there is a family piece. I grew up with the classic image of womanhood, husband, kids, the warm little nest. I was fed fairy tales where the princess always finds love, always finds him. How cruel that fantasy turned out to be. It taught me that I cannot be happy alone, and I tried. God, I tried. But here I am, twice divorced and 2 more potential relations slipped through my fingers. Too many, that makes me a failure. Sometimes I wonder how I've made it this far without even getting pregnant. Well, I know why. I picked the wrong man. I always reached for one full of fire, ego, and ambition, the one running toward the next mountain. Those men don't make fathers. They are too busy conquering the world. Friends tell me, just have a baby on your own. But why do people assume motherhood is automatic for women? It's not just biology, it's a skill, a calling, a daily act of love and strength and resilience. Motherhood isn't about giving birth. It's about staying sane through all toddlers' tantrums while becoming kinder, stronger, and somehow still yourself. Oh. Then career. When the family dream fails, women are expected to pour themselves into work. And guess what? I failed there too. I'm just a teacher. Life threw me chances, real chances, to manage teams, build businesses, climb the ladder, fly business class to some conference. I passed on all of it. Why? Some rebellious spot in me kept saying no. I even got a tattoo that would make corporate HR twitch. And then the money. And if the rest weren't enough, yep, I felt here too. What I have at 40? A couple of debts, a thrill of living paycheck to paycheck. What I don't have? A house, a car, an annual vacations, a saving account, a pension plan. I don't even have a credit card anymore, too tempted to dig that grave deeper. So let's sum it up. What does all this mean? I failed, at least by society standards. I bombed the first half of life, and here's the twist. I'm happy. Somehow, I'm genuinely happy. Even though I broke every rule of modern womanhood, I love being myself. Something always pulled me away from society's script into the wild unknown of doing things my own way. Clumsy, chaotic, but real, soulful, mine, sure. I don't feel the mold of beauty anymore, but that means I can finally stop jumping from a bar that, even if you reach it, never makes you feel worthy. Now I go deeper into hobbies, into understanding, into real human connections, and I'm not perfect. Why should I expect others to be? People say being a teacher is noble, and it is, but try mixing that with a restless spirit and craving for freedom, creativity, expression, and wanderlust. Let's just say grammar lessons don't always scratch the itch. I love my work, but I still wonder, is this it? Yes, I'm single, but honestly, I've learned to love myself more without chaos of unhealthy relationships. I'm still learning to protect my boundaries, to say no, to stop accepting emotional roller coasters love. I've written enough of those to make anyone nauseous. These days, I'm the loyal, loving partner I needed, the one who never leaves. And I'm learning how to be in happy relationship with myself. I don't have achievements or a sleek resume or a fat retirement account, but I'm living the life my 20-year-old self dreamed of, controlling my own time, my own schedule, waking up with excitement even on work days. How many people can say that? Nah, my life isn't perfect. I still want love, but I'm not desperate. I know now relationships aren't a solution. They're an addition to a life you've already built with your own hands. I still doubt myself as a woman, as a professional. Imposter syndrome hasn't packed its bags just yet. I still want to change my appearance sometimes, to rewind the clock by 5 years. I still compare myself to others. You know, I'm happy to be me. Happy to be a woman who is curious, kind, open to the world. A woman who is still slowly building herself piece by piece. Not to fit in, but to become whole. And one day I will be, even if society keeps pulling in the opposite directions, chasing perfection and performance, not joy. I am just a woman. I am alone, but I'm not lonely, because out there, I know there are many women just like me. Stay with me. We'll figure it out together.